Welcome back, pretty peeps, to another episode of Thrill of the Fight. And today we are taking on the champion moneymaker, Edward Prince, once again in Bristol, England. 5 3-minute rounds on normal. If you watched the previous video, we fought this guy to a draw. Pretty much edged him out on every other round. But on the fourth round, he scored a knockdown, which gave him the 10-8, and that equated to a draw. But this time, we're bringing it to him. Same strat, but we're going to try to avoid that knockdown, hopefully. Maybe get our own knockdown if we could accumulate enough damage. I don't know about that, but we're going to use the Diaz strat. The Stockton 209. If you know Nick Diaz lore. And it was working last time. A lot of shots to his body, obviously a little bit to the head, mixing up the shots, staying close. If we put too much distance, then we're at a, like he could do those 1-2, like literally 1 or 2 punches and knock us down. We don't want that. So obviously when we're at a distance, we're going to try to block and use movement, but staying close is the main play. And here we are.
Keep it clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and what I say, you must obey. Good luck to both of you.
Good luck, Cody. But I'm coming for your title this time. Diaz versus Rhodes. Nick Diaz versus Cody Rhodes, aka Thrill of the Fight, unnamed boxer versus Edward Prince. Round 1 of 5, 3-minute rounds. First fight was a draw. And this time, we're going for the title, baby. So as Big John would say, let's get it on. Come on.
Let's get it on!
Get off of him.
Gonna try to circle. Just feeling him out a bit. Just feeling him out.
Step back.
He does hit hard. The Nightmare hits hard. Moneymaker, Nightmare. I call him Nightmare because of the Cody Rhodes lore. If you don't watch WWE,
Get off of him.
the champion is Cody, the Nightmare Rhodes. Kind of looks like this guy. A little bit. Diaz. What Diaz would do, he would just pepper shots. Just like that. He would throw them at like 50% or something. Him and his brother.
Back up, gentlemen.
Now, obviously, this is a 5-round fight. So I think we want to control the energy, obviously. And yeah, not go full out, even though it's tempting to, with landing a lot of those, where am I? Landing a lot of those shots. I'm still in the fight, guys. Give me a second. A little bit of agua. So you want to conserve the energy a little bit. Not go full balls to the wall, but also, excuse me, land your shots and be effective. And not get too sloppy. Defense-wise, especially with this guy's knockout power. Let's go, Codes. But you saw we cut him up.
Back up, gentlemen.
Oh, John Jones threw an elbow. You know, we just want to pepper him a little bit. Because he has a hell of a chin, so. He gets rocked, but he still pushes forward. So he's dangerous. Combos like that to his stomach, body. Anytime he lands a big shot, I like to come back with a heavy combo, like a string of punches, just to get a lot of damage in, even if it's cumulative, and also to convince the judges that I'm still in this fight. Tighten the headset a bit. Sometimes it feels a bit loose. Anyways, how was that? Pretty good as I fall into the TV. I think that was the TV. Where am I? Okay. Water. Hunt for water. Feels like I had more punch output in the second round. Hence, I'm a little more winded. But I think that went well. His face didn't get cut up as much as the first round, but also same strat applies. I think we're doing well here. Let's go. Stockton, baby. very tempting to lay into those. But it tires you out too. You gotta remember that. So throwing at 50%, 30% block.
Get off of him. Back up, gentlemen. Step back. Get off of him.
His face is cut up. Peeps. Again, sorry if I don't talk too much at times. Just obviously this game is pretty freaking tiring. I believe it's rated as one of the highest fitness apps on the Quest / VR, like on websites and forums and stuff like that.
Back up, gentlemen.
So reason why. Although I do like games like Beat Saber and stuff like that too, but I get a way better workout in this, and I find this more fun. Good round, right? Oh my gosh. Jeez, I'm running into shit. I gotta be careful. I friggin' literally slapped the TV. Good lord, I gotta be careful. When you're on pumped up and shit like that, you gotta be careful. That's a way to justify getting a new TV. I punched it in VR. No, it's fine. It wasn't that hard, thankfully. It's like I can look down like the little bit of space I have, but it kind of ruins the immersion if I do that. So I don't want to do that. I want to stay immersed as much as possible to get into the fight for the thrill of the fight. Here's round 4, where he usually brings it.
Up, gentlemen. Step back. Back up, gentlemen.
Tried to conserve some energy at the end there. Round 3 for round 4. Microphone. Hope it's still on, guys. Kind of knock shit around sometimes. Stockton, baby. Stockton, what? Stockton. Stockton, slap. Stockton, slap. Stockton, slap, slap. Stockton, slap.
Back up, gentlemen. Step back. Back up, gentlemen. Get off of him.
His body's such a easy target. That's why you see me looking down most of this fight, guys. Look at his body, how open it is. See his head, not so much. I know his head is where the knockdown is, but test, test, test. Looks like my microphone is working. And it looks like it's on the proper setting, yes. Okay. So we're round 4, intermission. Water. Okay. 1 second. Okay, peeps. I think rounds 1 and 4, 1, 2, 4 went well. Now we have 20 seconds left and we're going into the last round of the fight, the final round. It's gonna be war, like the Rocky movies. We gotta give it all we got. Use defense, use the Diaz technique, but also not get too sloppy or too exerted. We gotta go for the belt. Cody, you're going down. Stockton, mother effer. Stockton. The Diaz slap. The Stockton slap. It seems like as the fight goes on, Diaz just gains energy. Like a wet blanket. He just drains all the energy out here. And pours it on with those peppering shots. I used to love watching Diaz in his prime. I think he's fighting again soon, but we all know how that story's going if you're a fan of the sport. A true legend in my heart and mind. Oh, look at that Stockton slap. Diaz pouring it on. Training with Cesar Gracie. Remember Cesar Gracie's jiu-jitsu? He used to get so hyped up after the fights, or before the fights too. But usually after the fights. Cesar Gracie. A minute left on the clock.
Back up, gentlemen. Back up, gentlemen.
Gloves are glitching out a bit. You saw that, right? They're glitching the matrix. Look at Diaz switching stances. They'd be really open to leg kicks because they leave their stance so wide and plotting. Another good fight is Diaz versus Carlos Conduit. 2012, I think, 2011. I think Diaz won that fight, to be honest. Look at Diaz! More confidence as the fight is about to end. He knocked him down! Diaz knocked him down!
5, 6.
Stockton! What? Come on! Where you at, George? Where you at, mother effer? Where you at, George? Huh? Remember after the BJ fight? Where you at,
Ladies
George?
and gentlemen, going to the scorecards, the judges have determined by unanimous decision your winner is the red corner.
New champ! New champ! GG. GG, Cody. GG, Cody. That was a good fight. It was a good fight. Hell of a champion. What was that, a clean sweep? Where you at, George? I don't know where the camera is, somewhere around here. Where you at, George? Where you at, mother effer? That's a couch. You know what I mean? Whew. We won. Oh, the championship fight. Redemption. We didn't lose, but we lost the title last fight because it was a draw, right? Oh, good match, man. Really good match with the Moneymaker. The Moneymaker, former world champion, Edward Prince. Whew. Oh man, fighting him on endurance would be tough. So how about that? How about that? I don't know if that last round, if that's a common play with other players in this game. Thrill of the fight with Edward Price. You saw the whole fight I was pouring it on, but finally that last round with enough peppering body shots and the odd Stockton slap to his head, eventually he fell down. But that didn't happen last fight, and the last fight was 5 rounds. But also, this fight I didn't get knocked down at all, and I was a lot more cautious, and I poured it on with the close techniques and a bit of clinching too. You have to fight smart, of course. And yeah, I just found that super cool right in the last 10 seconds. That's what makes me feel kind of sus that was I don't know what I want to say, like planned knockdown, like the code was more geared towards you potentially getting a knockdown, but also the math makes sense for the damage too. Anyways, I'll stop rambling. So Edward Price, aka Cody Rhodes, we beat him in a unanimous decision, 50-45. For the first 4 rounds, we beat him 10-9, decisively, I would say. And in the last round, we knocked him down in the last 10 seconds, which earned us the 10-8. So clear as day, 50-44 rather. And there it is, a knockdown in round 5. Total damage inflicted. Yeah, you could see there, round 5, 370 to 10K. So you have to fill me in if you happen to watch this and write in the comments of maybe there's a baseline damage thing, number, metric that the guy gets knocked down, because that was my best round. Round 5, 370. My next best round being round 3, 267. And his best round was round 4, where he knocked me down last fight. But it was only 27k damage, and I didn't get in that deep gray zone. There's a few like wobblers, as you call them, but I didn't let myself to get dark gray because I either clinched or poured the action enough on him to the point where he wasn't able to get a string of punches on me. So yeah, let's go to the next page because this metric always confuses me. We'll go to the total punches. For me, I landed 90%. For he landed 13. He landed 28 punches in the whole fight. I landed 1,387, which is quite a bit. I mean, I feel the sweat from that. Total jabs, 86%. I threw 281. He threw 5 and got 25% landing. And out of total power punches, I landed 92%, he landed 12%. He landed 23 power punches in the whole fight, and I landed 1,106, which is also pretty good, I would say. So that's that. I mean, I guess that's it. Is this poster on the wall now? Yeah, there it is. I mean, I'm not sure how it's capturing it on the OBS software, but here I could see through the cracks. Moneymaker is right there beside Hojo and Ugly Joe. So Moneymaker's on the wall, and I mean, I guess that's the whole catalog, right? Got Edward Prince, Mateo Vega, Duke Bell, Hojo Mitsushima, Chargo Kitsuma, Luis Feliz, Gene Priest, Alex Petrov, and sparring partner. But now if we wanted to, we could face these guys on endurance, which might be fun. I mean, if you're exercising, you might as well keep going and see how good you could get, you know? Even if you start off at easy and you want to work yourself up tier by tier, there's nothing wrong with that either. Or if you just want to get some knockdowns and have fun, whatever, it's your game to play, man. It's all good. But let's check out, for instance, you could do these custom overrides. So even though, like, let's say we fight this guy on endurance and it's like, oh, it's 3x2 rounds, but I've kind of built up a baseline of fitness. So what I want to do is I want to go into custom and say, okay, well, we could change the rounds from 4 to 7. If you want to get crazy, you can make the round times longer. I'm okay with 180 seconds. That's fine with me, which is pretty much 3 minutes. That's a standard sanctioned boxing duration for rounds. Break time, you could change that. 60 seconds is fine. But you could really get into the nitty gritty here if I could manage to scroll. Opponent options, you could kind of like I mentioned in another video, you could change the sliders in terms of their chin, power, fist speed, dodge speed. You can get really integral. The devs did a great job here of that, and it's akin to the Fight Night series. I mean, this sounds friggin' depressing in a sense, but the Fight Night games were ahead of their time, and they were so good, but they're over like 10 years old at this point. I would say they're even older than that, like 12 or 13 years old, because I think Fight Night Champion, which was the last boxing title for Fight Night by EA Sports, I think that came out in like 2011, if I'm not mistaken. And that was the last game. And the physics for those games with the, I don't know where the camera is, but like with the joysticks, you could control the joysticks and do total punch control with those fights. And you could gauge your stamina and your chin and your boxing, and you could parry and things like that. So this game is kind of like, in terms of, and you could control the levels and stuff like that in that game. That's why I'm mentioning it. But having a Fight Night game in VR would be, Knockdown Limit, would be freaking amazing. Judge Strictness. Okay, cool. No, it's really cool. You could change all this stuff, right? But mainly, I would want to change like the rounds. Okay, so now it's 7x3, right? Oh, so you could go endurance, but then change that, and then opponent option. Oh, okay, so you would say endurance here. You would set it here. Okay. Oh, I see the sliders change. Okay. I'm gonna just leave this in the video because I find it informative and fun. So, yeah, you could change the opponent options: easy, normal. Obviously, the sliders change, outclassed. So, if we wanted to fight this guy again, we could fight him on endurance. Let's say for 7 rounds. Everything else is the same. You can change the venue if you want. You could go like this, and now you're fighting Alexei Petrov on endurance, 7 rounds by 3 minutes. Imagine the workout you would get, like friggin' just doing that. and trying to win, and defending yourself, and using footwork and everything like that. This game is just like really fun. And imagine the punch counters of this, like in a 7 round fight as opposed to 5, right? Or let's say a 12. Can you do 12? You can, yeah. You can do up to 12. So imagine 12 rounds, like all these metrics obviously doubled, more than doubled, right? Ideally, like it might range it with your fatigue level and stuff like that. But basically, what I'm saying is this game is a killer fun workout, and it's really cool, man. So that's my rant. But the origin story is that we are now the champion by beating Mr. Moneymaker Edward Price. And he was a hell of a champion. I'm sure we'll face him again, maybe on endurance with more rounds. And it'll be like friggin' Rocky versus Drago from Rocky 4. And that was actually 15 rounds. But if you're a fan of that movie, you would remember the training montages, Hearts on Fire, No Easy Way Out. Great movie. So we could do one of those maybe sometime. Because normal was already pretty damn challenging. Imagine endurance and outclassed. So yeah, that's it. That's it. Am I even still recording? Yes, I am. The mic is working. 35 minutes. Okay, so that's it for the Moneymaker fight. We beat him on normal for 5-3 by unanimous decision, 50-44. Knocked him down in the last round, earning that 10-8. And we are now the champion, and our duty is to keep defending the belt. And maybe we'll make it a series, like if we lose the belt to somebody on whatever difficulty, whatever round time, we have to avenge it, and then whatever, stuff like that. I mean, I just like playing this game, and I think exercise is important to do as well. So combining video games and exercise and making this baby of Thrill of the Fight is a really fun time. And the game is like, how old? 2017? Insane, man. But anyways, that's it for this episode. We fought this fine gentleman and we won the championship, avenging the draw last time. And that is it. Till the next episode of Thrill of the Fight, where we defend the title with more rounds and more difficulty. But until then, keep on punching, and I am out. Peace.